Let me ask you a question. Do you hate the fact that in Shadows of Evil you really just want to do the Easter egg because high rounds is too tedious? Are you bored of Drak because the bows are too overpowered? And are you having too much fun on Zetsu? I'm just gonna stop it there. I'm done. Nah, there's no more. Do you want to know a quick and simple way to get to high rounds on the Giant with a possibility of never going down? I'm gonna be showing you an easy way to rank up and to get to high rounds on the Giant. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be sharing my strategy and my tips and tricks and pretty much all the shit you need to get to high rounds on Black Ops 3 Zombies, the Giant. I'm just going to be showing you guys a little bit of an alternative than going on the catwalk and staying there for like 40 rounds, or either risking yourself training in stupid locations that can get you down and make you lose those quick revives. So today I'm just going to be taking you guys through a little bit of a tips and tricks video, showing you the easiest possible way to get to high rounds and not go down, and just showing you the things you may want to have when you're doing this strategy. So hopefully you enjoy this video. If you do, be sure to drop a like on it. Shows you guys really support my videos. Subscribe to the channel if you are new for more zombies content like this, and leave a comment if you took this strategy away and actually used it in your Black Ops 3 Zombies game. I'm very curious. Without further ado, let's get into the strategy. So this is the Giant. This is a DLC map. You're gonna have to pay for it if you don't have it by now. It's only like 15, maybe 20 bucks. It's pretty good. It's pretty nice. It's a good map. I like it. It's been remade 3 times. You at least have to have it on one of the consoles by now. But pretty much, I'm going to be telling you guys what I think is the best kind of setup and best strategy that you can use to get to high rounds real quick and easy. So the things you're going to need for this to be successful before you start doing the strategy itself, you're going to need a setup. Now, the thing you're going to need the most is going to have to be the Wonder Waff. The original Wonder Weapon, if you don't count the ray gun on like Nukta and Toten. This is the OG Wonder Weapon from Darius, and you're gonna need to have this. If you don't have this, the strategy is gonna be worthless and it's not gonna work. So you're gonna need the Wonder Waff. Once you have the Wonder Waff, you're pretty much gonna be needing a secondary weapon. Now, of course, what I suggest is first off getting the RK5 and keeping it until you die completely. Now I'm going to say why you guys need the RK5 later in the video, but pretty much grab the RK5 as your secondary. It's going to be really good for the lower rounds, especially for points. If you don't want to have the RK5, sure, have the VMP, but it's going to be a little bit of a downside for this strategy. Moving on to perks, of course, you're going to need a perk combo. So my selection for perks is the original 4, which is Juggernaut, Speed Collar, Double Tap, Quick Revive, and if you guys want, and if you have an Unclenchable or even on the house that spawns a free perk, of course, get Mule Kick. Mule Kick's very useful on this map, so I'm going to be getting into why you may want to have Mule Kick later, but pretty much you need the OG4 for this to be effective. So once you got your perks, once you got your weapon, pretty much you're going to need to Pack-a-Punch the RK5, get Dead Wire on it. I call this gun the Pocket Waff. I call it that because it's pretty much like a mini Wonder Waff, because if you have Dead Wire on any weapon, it's going to act the exact same way like a Wonder Waff, and it's going to be as powerful as a Wonder Waff, just not with a lot of range on it. So the Wonder Waff is just a bit bigger and a bit more hefty to get to the high rounds real quick and easy, but the RK5 is very good too. Okay, so you've got your essentials. You've got the Wonder Waff, you've got the RK5, and your perks. Some things you may want to have is actually going to get Monkey Bombs, but they're not a must-have for this strategy to be successful. So getting into the strategy itself, you're going to need to be in the mainframe, the starting room, the Pack-a-Punch room, whatever you want to call it. You need to be in this room for a few reasons. Pretty much you're going to be fending off at the mainframe. That's where you actually go and Pack-a-Punch. That's the really tall platform that you go and Pack-a-Punch. So you're going to need to be fending off there because zombies will be coming in from your front, from both sides, and they're pretty much going to be coming into one location. So you're going to be up there, and you're going to be using your Wonder Waff, your RK5, to its advantage. Pretty much just staying up there, shooting around and going from side to side so you don't get trapped in corners. Now there's one thing you need for this strategy to be successful. If you don't have it, it's not going to work, and it's going to be the Gobblegum Alchemical Antithesis. This is a Gobblegum you can unlock when you are actually going through the levels in Black Ops 3 Zombies. Currently, I am Prestige Master, so I have this Gobblegum forever. But if you don't have Alchemical Antithesis unlocked and you want to get into a high rounds game really quick and real easy, what you can also use is Cashback. It spawns you a max ammo, but Alchemical Antithesis does work a whole lot better. Those are the only 2 Gobblegums you're going to need for this strategy to be successful. Now, pretty much what you got to do for a few hours because this strategy does take a while, but it is one of the fastest strategies you can do on the giant. You're pretty much shooting your Wonder Waff every time zombies come out from the front and from both sides. Now you're going to need to wait for like zombies to come into the middle of the platform because you don't actually want to waste your Wonder Waff ammo. So if you're just chilling in the middle of the platform, you're pretty much going to be sweet and simple, and there's a high chance you're not going to be going down. Usually I go down at about round 40, maybe 50 if I'm lucky for the first time because I'm probably not paying attention. But if you guys pay attention and if you guys do this strategy, you're going to get to high rounds real quick and easy. Those are the perks you're going to need, those are the weapons you're going to need, and gobble gums are key for this to happen. This is why on Derice and older versions of the giant, you're actually not really getting to higher rounds by using this strategy because we don't have the gobble gum feature in World at War and Black Ops 1 zombies. So you're pretty much needing gobble gums, you're pretty much needing these weapons to get to high rounds real quick and easy. So just repeat this strategy every time. It's going to take you a while to get from A to B, which is probably like you're going to start this strategy at maybe round 20 if you're a bit of a noob. I started the strategy at round 30 just because that's when I pack-a-punch my Wonder Waff. Now I did get the Wonder Waff earlier in the game, but pretty much you're going to be needing a hefty weapon that you may not need to pack-a-punch till later rounds in your setup. So pretty much if you guys missed what I just said, you need to stay up on the mainframe. You can go and train down below. If you do run out of ammo on your RK5, also known as the Pocket Waff, you can go right down there in the room that you are fending off in and you can go and buy ammo. It's pretty simple. Sure, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but it's worth it in the end. I use this strategy all the time and I get a lot of questions asking how can you actually get to high rounds on the giant. All I know is the catwalk strategy. You don't have to use that anymore. I've been using this strategy for weeks now and I've been loving it because Zetsubou and Shima kind of killed my vibe for Black Ops 3 Zombies, but the giant, it's always got my back and I can always do this strategy, and it's also a really good way to rank up real quick and easy. If you want to get to high rounds, if you want to rank up, if you want to be at the level I am, which is like 400, this is the strategy you want to use because it's the most effective. So if you guys wanted some extras, just throw in here real quick. I just wanted to say if you were to get Mule Kick, get the HVK off the wall and actually get turned on it, because if you do have turn, it's going to cut down the round by about half or maybe a quarter, and it's gonna be a whole lot easier for this strategy to be effective. But anyway guys, that's gonna be my little bit of a video talking about how you can get to high rounds on the giant real quick and easy. I get a lot of questions asking about the giant because that's one of my favorite maps in Black Ops 3 Zombies, because like just the DLCs that we've got so far aren't the best, but with Garad Crovey coming out really soon, I can't wait to go for high rounds on there and to see what it has in store and for the Zombies community just to have a lot of fun with that map. But pretty much guys, that's gonna be today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like on it, shows you guys really support my video, and leave a comment down in the comment section below if you guys liked the strategy and if you took the strategy away and actually used it in your spare time. I'd be very curious if you did. But that's pretty much going to be a video today guys. I'm going to be seeing you in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.